Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you, Commissioner Hatch. Good morning.
I had to shut the program down and do it again because it said something else was using my audio, and it turned out it was the Outlook reminder to join the meeting.
All right. Well, we got you. We can see you clearly and we can hear you clearly. So I think we're all set now. This is our Budget and Staffing Committee meeting. Ms. Linker, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Hatch?
Here.
Chair Matich?
Here. We'll begin with item number 1, public comment for items not on the agenda. Do we have any public comment on the telephone for items not on the agenda or through our digital public comment? Hearing and seeing none, we'll proceed to item number 2, approval of the August 11th, 2020 committee meeting minutes. Commissioner Hatch, did you have any edits or comments on the meeting minutes from August 11th?
I wasn't participating in that meeting, so I don't have any comment on it.
All right. Thank you. We'll go ahead and proceed then to item number 3. This is a fiscal year 2021-22 budget, and we have our Chief of Administration, Ms. Hahn, with us. Good morning, Ms. Hahn.
Good morning, Chair Matich and Commissioner Hatch. I'm here to present to you the 2021 governor's budget. There is a line item I wanted to bring to your attention. The reason for the delay of the presentation of the governor's budget is because we were told by Department of Finance that every single agency are required to take a 5% operating budget reduction. So this budget line item will show you that we've taken $100,000 of the operating budget reductions, and it would for 2021, it would equate to $15.247 million in our appropriation, assuming that we will get approval from the legislature on 2 BCP that we submit. And one of the BCP is AB 2151. And then the second BCP that we submitted is to extend the funding of the California Disclosure Act. It was AB 249. We asked for a permanent funding rather than the limited term funding when it was originally approved. I'm here to present it to you, and I'll be here to answer any question that you might have.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Hahn. Commissioner Hatch, did you have any questions or comments for Ms. Hahn?
Thank you. It kind of sounds like the legislature giveth and taketh away at the same time, huh?
We have two budget hearing, and the Senate budget hearing on those 2 BCP was on the vote only item, so we didn't even have to answer any question. And I know one of the 2 BCP has already received an approval. The second BCP, they were waiting for enough member to vote on it, so they're putting it on hold for now. And then the second hearing we had on Tuesday for the assembly, we were there to present, and there was a very minor technical question that was asked, and then they weren't going to vote at that hearing. They're doing it afterward until there's enough member.
I see. So, but the across the board cut pretty much wipes out the benefit of that, is that correct, in terms of cash?
The across the board cut, it's a 5% of operating cut, meaning that it's whatever we use for operation only, and that does not include any salary or benefits.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No, it does not.
It's a small part of the budget, you're saying?
Yes, it is part of the 2021 budgets. I mean, sorry, 21-22 budget, sorry.
Right, but it's not 5% of our whole budget, but 5% of that subset in operations, not counting employee salaries and the like.
Correct. It's only 5% of the operating budget. That does not include salary and benefits, which is majority of our allocations.
That about 10% of our budget.
I'm sorry, the operating budget is about 13% overall of our total.
So it's 5% of 13%.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you had a kind of a rough road. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Hatch. Ms. Hahn, could you just give us briefly just some gloss on how did you accomplish the 5% reduction in our operating budget? What did we cut back on? Is really the question.
So the first thing there's three separate categories that we looked at that we were going to do reduction, and one is any IT related budget that we require Department of Technology for approval, which we do not see any upcoming on this upcoming year for any IT project that require Department of Technology approval. So that's the first cut that we were looking at. And then the second one, we were taking an operating cut on office supplies and travel related to staff who's commuting. Because right now we really don't have much staff that's commuting, that's taking advantage of the commuter pass. And then the third that we took a reduction of is overall travel budget for our agency. Because of the current pandemic situations, our travel has reduced quite a bit. So we looked at that from the prior 2 years and took an average of those, and we reduced part of that travel budget.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Hahn. So just one follow-up. It occurs to me, maybe in a best case scenario, we may at some point, maybe halfway through, maybe at the end of 21-22 budget cycle, staff will be able to return to office, perhaps, hopefully. At that time, will we be able to absorb those commuting reimbursements again if we do get to that point, even though you've done the 5% reduction?
Certainly, I think we have some a little bit of cushion wiggle room of taking money from other area and other line item that we have appropriated, and then see if we needed that money, and then that way we could put money on that line item if we have to.
Okay, great. That's helpful.
Question about the 5% though is a hard line. We have to somehow fit within that, correct?
Yes, that was a number that was given to us by Department of Finance. There's really no wiggle room. Every agency have to take a 5% operating budget.
Got it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Hahn. Thank you, Commissioner Hatch. Do we have any public comment on item number 3? Hearing and seeing none. Ms. Hahn, you will be presenting this information to the full commission next week. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Well, very good. We look forward to your presentation then.
Thank you.
Commissioner Hatch, anything else before we adjourn this morning?
Well, I just wanted to commend Ms. Hahn being able to propose and process those budget change proposals. Just good job.
I agree. Thank you, Ms. Hahn.
She's gone now, but maybe she's listening.
Oh, she's
always
listening.
Okay, good. Good job.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hahn. All right, I will go ahead and move to adjourn. Commissioner Hatch, do I have a second?
I second the motion to adjourn. Yes,
right.
thank you.
Ms. Linker?
Commissioner Hatch,
Aye.
Chair Matich.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Take care, Commissioner Hatch. I'll see you next week.
Thank you. Yeah.